So we have a lot to catch up on, but first we're going to pick some jewelry because I'm getting ready to go for a walk with Lauren and get out of the house. We're kind of stepping out of our grief week, but also it's been snowing all week, so kind of getting out of the house has been challenging in general. I bought a bunch of jewelry off of Amazon over the past few weeks, just kind of testing what the options are, and I've gotten this ring boy, and that's the brand that I found that's kind of the most common, and honestly I really like it, but I will say you have to be careful about the placement of the little like metal clips, because if you don't, then you're actually changing the size. So if you don't put them all on one size, you can actually make it too small for yourself. First couple of times I had some issues with that, but I think we're gonna do that ring. I need some very simple kind of earrings, so we'll go with these cute little gold hoops. I have a couple of sets from Amazon that had quite a few in them when I was just trying to try out my styling and see what I might want to invest in, what I feel like I was gravitating towards the most, and they were fairly inexpensive, and they have some duplicates, but honestly they've been such a great option, especially because I tend to have this habit of I always lose like one earring. I don't know what it is about my ears, and I just probably could invest in, there's this pair of like cubic zirconian studs that you can get on Amazon that has like a twist back on it, and I think if I got some more twist backs I wouldn't have that issue, but sometimes for me it just wiggles enough that I always tend to lose that one unless I have those twist backs. Did I just get lipstick everywhere? Probably. But on that note, hold please, we have a lot to catch up on. Do I want to add any more rings to my kind of stack for the day? I've been playing with how I want to stack this, and actually now that I have both, maybe it'll be a little bit better. I don't know that I love this one as much. There's been a few dupes for a few different rings that I've purchased and I've returned. There's one that's the like, I'm not sure how to describe it. It kind of looks like the little clouds. I'll put it on screen. I bought that one and I ended up sending it back partly because I felt like they were too small in like actual like power on your finger. They were just a little bit too delicate, but then they were also not quite the right sizing for where I wanted to wear them on my finger. So there's that. I don't know, do we like this stack? I think this is a little bit more fun, trying to kind of switch up the Oura ring vibes, and I think that's a little bit better. Just something fun. I got one of these for myself, and then I know that my cousin got me one for Christmas, but I haven't had a chance to see her because of everything with Bear, which I will leave the link for the Instagram post in the description box below, because today's been 1 week and I'm trying to manage my crying jags going forward. I really gave myself the space to grieve this week in a way that has been different. I've grieved more than one time for more than one very important person in my life. I've lost parents, I've lost grandparents, I've kind of gone through that, and this is the first time that I've really actually like allowed myself to process the emotion of everything during the window in which it's happening, and I'm really grateful for that. It wasn't fully my intention. I think a part of my brain really wanted to like push through and jump back into stuff and like avoid it. We had a snow day, which if you know anything about Florida is obviously very rare, but like it hasn't snowed since before I was born. So this is the first time in my lifetime that I've ever seen snow like looking out the window. So really magical to see, but it's also just a bit of a heavy week. And I've really given myself the space to have all of those first reactions to moments where you feel like you should be there and it feels like something's missing and it's really overwhelming. Like, I don't expect myself to be over this. I'm trying to make my way forward while also not acknowledging those feelings, and then also not just coming on the internet crying every single day, because that would be a lot. But while we wait for Lauren, let's do a little unboxing. I did get Angstorm in, and I've already read it on my Kindle. There should be a mini review on Shorts before this video goes live, because I was going to record that. And honestly, one of the weird and fun things about TikTok being banned, of course, in the last week and all the craziness of it, is that it's meant that all of the other platforms, whether or not you guys have realized it or cared about it, have upped their like short content. So a lot of them allow for 3 minutes now, which it's nice because it means that I don't have to break up content the same way I would, and it means that I can be a little bit more consistent and intentional, because every platform has been really different, and obviously this might not matter to you, it matters to me, but like some of them, I think YouTube Shorts was 60 seconds for a while, then Reels was 90 seconds, and then TikTok had, you know, all of the different increments up to 10 minutes. So now that there's kind of like a 3-minute minimum in all of them, it'll give me a little bit more options for the short content that I can kind of upload throughout the week, because I really like doing the weekly vlogs this way. I find it's just a little bit easier, and especially with weeks like last week and other weeks where I just don't like to feel like I'm always putting so much pressure on a long form video, and I can be really intentional on the short form videos, and then we can kind of cover a bit more, especially when it feels like we just have a lot to chat about. But I ordered a pair of Sambas from Foot Locker. I saw them on TikTok before, I think like Saturday, and I was looking at them and I thought, those are really cute. I'm really curious about them, but if this thing gets banned tomorrow morning, what does it look like if you order something from a TikTok shop? Like, how do you track it? How do you know what's going on? I am not very much a flat shoe girl. You know this. This is not news to anybody. And I'm not certain that I'm going to like these for the comfort. I like them for the height. I like them for the simplicity of them. There are times where something like this is suitable for me, but I have a higher arch, and the challenge with having a higher arch is that it just means that anything that's too flat is really uncomfortable for me. I need those like clunky looking shoes that you don't necessarily love. Like, I love my Hokas for walking, but for a more casual day, if I'm honest, heels are more comfortable just because I like them. They make my outfits look better. They make my legs look better, but they're also better on my arch situation. So I got these, and I originally saw them on TikTok Shop, and I'm so glad that I Googled them because they were like $150 on TikTok Shop, and they were like $100 online. So absolutely worth it. I do think we'll need to kind of situate those, but I like how simple these are. I just felt like they're not fully white, which might be a good thing. I love that they're like kind of two-toned here. You can't see it as well in the camera, but there you go. It's like a little bit of a beiginess, but I thought these would be good just in the spaces where I might want to wear something like this if we're doing more bike rides or more just kind of walking around Alley's Beach, because I don't have tons of ballet flats, and I'm very hesitant to buy tons of ballet flats because it's one of those trends that's not going to be here forever, and they're also not the most comfortable. But we will try and style these together, and then also we have quite a few other things to try on. So this pile is kind of massive, but we've gotten a lot of things in for Valentine's Day content, for stuff that I want to create for the vlog. So in this little set we will try on and see how that goes. I got this little mesh skirt that also has a built-in kind of short situation. We will try that on and see how we like her. And then I got in a couple of pairs of leggings from Amazon, and I have to say, and this is not like a big, it's something new that I didn't realize was going to be a thing, is now that Amazon has changed their delivery system, especially in the last, 6 months or a year, to really kind of have their own people delivering and not sending it so much through USPS and everything else, is that it's not as bad. But like the package that I got these in, because it came separate from the other pair of leggings that I ordered for us to try as compression leggings for like a more budget-friendly alternative, it smelled heavily like cigarette smoke, and that was a new thing, and I don't know how to navigate that. I don't know that that's like a big thing, but it's something that I noticed was like this might be a thing for some people, and there's not really a good way to make that note in Amazon system. Like, you're having the delivery system kind of the same way you would Instacart, but you don't have a way to make kind of notations of that. And I know that I can handle it. Like, I can handle washing it. I don't like that smell, but if you're like really allergic, that's not a big thing that I feel like is a positive in this new experience. So keeping that in mind. But I got 3 different colors. These come in a couple of different sizes. They also come in, I think, more than one length. I went on about that in the last video, talking about how I find that that's a struggle for me. So we'll try those on. But then I did order those here, and then I think these other 2, and I have the sparkly dress in my closet that I thought would be good for Valentine's Day content. So let's see. She is meant to be nice and kind of chesticle here. I think she'll be the right size. She might be in that space where I normally am, where my top is definitely a size smaller than my bottom, but I'm looking forward to trying that on. I actually thought that was maybe a little bit darker on screen, but that's not so bad. We'll see how that goes. It could be something that you really like and then you can alter. And then I got this guy, which I'm saying all this and Lauren might have already pulled up, and I need to like throw my shoes on. We'll throw my shoes on here in a second. I got this long sweater dress, and obviously for me, my choices with these are always like, I want stuff that I can wear more than once. You can already kind of tell that this is going to curve the way I want it to curve. It's going to hit the shoulders the way that I want it to hit, but I'm also a petite gal as far as height, and this feels like she would be very see-through. So we're going to have to make sure we have the appropriate Spanx for that. And then the last thing, and again, we'll try these on partly when I don't have lipstick on it, but also when I can navigate the Spanx of it all. This, okay, that's shedding a little bit, okay. I like the idea of her. That looks like absolute trash on camera. I'm sorry. I like the idea of her. I feel like this is probably in its own way meant to be like a lesser made dupe of the audio stuff, which I don't really love to do because I feel like these brands have worked so hard on their things. But I do find it interesting to try the style, and I'm curious about this one. So we'll give it a go and kind of see, give you guys options. I do like being able to have options of all budget ranges, but we have quite a bit to try on, as you can see. But first, I'm going to talk to Lauren and see if we are interested in going to, where are my scissors? Interested in going over to Seaside because we have a limited window before all the tourists come back. I haven't been this year. I know it's been a little bit crazy for a while. I ordered some other stuff from Target. There's this cute little set that we'll try on that goes with this, but it's too cold to wear her today. But I want to go over there for our walk today. We try to go for a walk maybe like once a week. It's just a good way to kind of get out and about, get some extra steps in, chit chat, do all the things. Very budget friendly for whomever is in the mood to spend less or just needs a little bit of space and exercise and time and socialization. So, but Target has launched their stuff with Blogilates, and these bags come in a couple of colors. I think there was a black. I think there was like a purple, a black, this one, and maybe a green. Am I correct in saying that? I could be absolutely incorrect, but I got this because I really would like to make it a point to do more bike rides occasionally, and I feel like this is a nice size for that. I know there's like the Lululemon version. I just never got around to buying it. So we will link all of the things down below, and we will try things on later. But let me throw shoes on so that I can meet Lauren, and a hat, and then maybe grab a light jacket so that I will be ready when she gets here so we can go for a walk. Starting the week where I just need to give myself a little bit of grace. I am working on it. Life is just happening at the moment, and we are having to navigate the challenges. Also, I think you guys are a little bit crooked. Hold on, please. But in saying that, I wanted to try these on. My plan is to go to the gym this afternoon. I'm going to do a little bit of laptop work, kind of get back into the flow of things. It's been a minute since I've been in the version of things that I'm doing right now, and I find myself just kind of having to remind myself that it's okay that I'm kind of out of practice or figuring out how to navigate it when it looks really different from the last time that I did it. When the last time I was vlogging more intentionally and more full time, I had a lot of different things on my plate, and it feels kind of like you want to pick a certain routine, but everything's reshuffled right now, and I'm finding myself having to like just give myself a lot of grace and reminding myself about that. But I do want to test these in a workout today, and I thought it would be good to try them and kind of sit in them for a little bit and make sure that like I don't get to the gym and absolutely hate them and that they feel horribly horrific after a while. But I have to say they do feel really nice. I like the material. It feels almost as soft as, or if not as soft as, a side-by-side comparison to my Athleta leggings that are very well worn. These do feel really nice, so I appreciate that. These do feel like they might be smaller than I want them to be. I ordered quite a larger size just to make sure, but for some reason this feels like it's not the right size. What in the world? Okay, well the size that's labeled in here is not the size that's in this packet, so let's see if that's accurate, because this says it's a size small, but I ordered the extra large to see if it would be too big on the waist or how that would suit on the waist or what the kind of deal was for that. This is the right size on the inside of it, so maybe it's just this one that's kind of labeled wrong. We'll keep that over there. The green one's labeled right, so let's try all the sizes that are right, and then I'll go ahead and set the exchange for this guy. But at least we know the color is really nice. I'm a little bit sad that that's mislabeled, but who knows, maybe I need to return them all and it's just a one-stop shop for me to do that. Let's try it on and see. Okay, so you can kind of see them in the mirror over here, so we'll go with that. I have very mixed feelings about this. The thicker material is it's comfortable. It's definitely really stretchy in the material that's kind of similar to like leggings that we really wore under dresses, those kind of leggings before we really went into the more athleisure leggings. So it gives that kind of comfort. I do worry that as far as the top goes with this, that this would be something that would stretch out over time, and I just would find that like it's not fully worth it. Especially for somebody who's got my body shape and I know that like I'm really having to kind of shop for my hips. I don't know if going down a size would kind of help that, but I have to say I do really appreciate the length situation. So maybe you're at a smaller proportion of things and your hips aren't as wide and you can kind of navigate that. There's that, but I also worry that these would stretch out kind of quickly. So there's a balance of maybe you just need something to get you kind of through while you're kind of navigating getting into working out and you don't have a bigger budget to spend and you're looking to just pick up a few pieces. This would really fit for that, but also try on the Target set to keep in mind. They're comfortable, they're not anything too crazy, but I just feel like there's not as much compression in the waist as maybe I would want, and I already find myself kind of pulling towards the back of these. So I was not expecting that they would be like a magical dupe for my Athleta leggings. There is no side pocket. I don't think they're terrible. I actually think that these would be decent workout leggings to kind of have and maybe to actually test that theory, because I don't absolutely hate them.
Editing savvy, realizing that I wore these leggings today for my walk and I have had a chance to test them and give you a little bit more. So we'll just wrap this section up. I don't think that these would be something that I would wear to the gym. I spent an entire day kind of lounging in them, just making sure that they felt comfortable enough that they would be something that I would walk in, they wouldn't rub anywhere, that they wouldn't fall down, which is the thing that I was finding that, especially if I was moving on the couch and then kind of getting up, I really felt like I had to kind of pull and adjust them. I took them on my walk this morning, my 3-mile walk, my normal like routine, and they were fine that way. I'm kind of used to having a pocket, so if you're somebody who needs to kind of have that in these leggings, not gonna work for you. But I don't think I would wear them to the gym. I just don't think that they're actually as tight in compression as I like my leggings to be, and I find that with my Athleta leggings specifically, because that compression is there, they aren't really moving. They aren't really shifting around on my body. I'm afraid that these would stretch a little and inch a little, and I would just end up feeling like they could absolutely fall down at the gym, which I don't think that they would, but I do think that they would kind of lower to a level of comfort that I would not feel. And because they don't have that like tightening bit at the top, it's just not worth it if you're looking to kind of use them in that way. They might be fine for Pilates. I don't think that that would be as much, but like, I don't know how I feel about doing multiple squats in these and then like shifting a little bit with that. They were great for my walk. They moved around when I kind of got up. If I laid down for a little bit and like I went to get off the couch, you could definitely feel that they shifted, but definitely not something that I would want to do like very public gym day workouts in. I just don't know that I would trust, that I wouldn't be anxious about it the entire time.
And our other set is the everyday soft set. I'm going to kind of give you mirror shots to give you the full vibe of it so we can kind of see. I like this set. I like the colors. I like the fit. It's, again, really kind of soft, which I'm very much used to more of like compression leggings. I have to say, you guys can kind of see it on camera on my cover, but there's no padding in this, which is nice if you're somebody who finds it really annoying to kind of deal with that situation, and you can easily put on little covers to kind of navigate that. This isn't something that I would want for anything more intense, but this is a cute outfit for like a yoga flow. I feel like we've got the sticker. Most of these do a good job at kind of subtly smoothing out any cellulite on the back, which is something that I'm always kind of mindful of. But this isn't like meant to be the most supportive outfit. It is meant to be cute, and I feel like at least with the height here, you're not getting too much stomach if you don't want too much, and then you could easily kind of throw a crop over top of it. But I have to say it is comfortable and the legs aren't too long. I can't remember. I'll have to check the size now that I've decided to keep this to see if this is a 7/8 length option. I pretty much don't buy anything anymore that doesn't give me that option, because I know we talked about it before that otherwise I just end up with all of the fabric behind my knees and it's not the most comfortable experience. But I do feel like for casual wear, for like a cute little yoga outfit, for something if you're lifting in the gym, this is going to be a nice little basic option, and it is the All in Motion line from Target. I'm really sitting here trying to figure out what level of warmth I need for today, but also I'm not prepped to have extra energy to do any kind of steaming or anything. And it feels like my original basis is, oh, I could go for a sweater and like jeans, but I do that so often. And I really do love the J. Crew cashmere sweaters. We felt quite a few when we were shopping the other day, like as we were going through Seaside, which I think is on short, so I will link that for you guys. Some of them just didn't feel up to par, and I did get the smaller version of this guy that we got around Christmas. It's from Target, and actually it's too square, and so it doesn't fully work with my body type because my waist just feels like it disappears. We need some help. I have a big thick black sweater out back. I don't really feel like we need that. We could do a bodysuit, there's always the navigation of, do I change the bottoms for this outfit to make it a little bit better? And I normally try, whenever I'm feeling under the weather, I always try to be a little bit extra in my outfits just because I feel like that helps. But if I had a really cute matching sweat set, this would be the day that I would wear that. Like, that is the energy that we are at the moment. All right, I think we're gonna go with the long blue set. I couldn't do it. It was making me crazy. Could not do it. So we're wearing the short crop from Petal and Pup. This is not a top that you wear kind of lightly. You have to make sure that you know how you're gonna move when you do it. I normally wear this with a high-waisted skirt that I got from Target, and I love it. It's like a high-waisted skirt that I normally wear as kind of a cover-up for swimsuit, but also really works for just those occasions. Couldn't do it, couldn't handle it. It was driving me crazy. So let's do go to lip combo. I did not shadow my lips ahead of time. Charlotte Tilbury layered liner, Pillow Talk, of course, Hourglass Crave. I feel like this lip color for me is quite pink. It brings Pillow Talk to the right level of pink for my skin. I don't tend to love any of these on their own. I find that I need the combo to really make them happy. And so earrings are still there. Outfit is still sorted. I will get a full outfit shot when we're gone, but I really just felt like I couldn't test the Sambas for the first time and not have them in like an actual outfit that I would wear, because if I did, then I would hate them. So this feels a little bit more me. This still feels very comfy, very casual. This is probably actually the first time I really like these jeans, because normally I just find that they're a little bit too square and boxy for me, but they honestly work a little bit better with the Sambas. This is not a normal me outfit, but I'm actually kind of liking it. We'll see how I feel about that when I like film it and share it again for you guys in a little bit here, but I think we're gonna go with a basic bag today, fix all of the random mascara that's going on. My hair is just gonna be whatever my hair is gonna be, and I need a coffee before we go. So we just got back from my nail appointment and everything looks so gorgeous. We ended up doing a more simple design than I was planning, but that's fine. But I think we're gonna have time to shoot 2 or 3 outfits tomorrow. And in order to kind of maximize on that, I need to go ahead and try everything on and see how I feel about it. I have to say, I wasn't sure how this dress was gonna go. I was feeling like it would be amazing. I obviously haven't changed anything right here. It's not fully zipped in the back, but this is an outfit that I would want to wear for a nighttime shoot, which is fine. We were already planning on doing some kind of Valentine's Day dinner at some point. So I'm going to save that for whenever we shoot that, because it'll be a little bit easier to do. I was afraid that this honestly would be more complicated or need like more boot tape, just need more shapewear, all of the things beneath it, but it's actually high enough that the shapewear would work. I definitely won't wear this bra. I think boob tape would work quite fine. This is one of those that I'm not sure if I should go down a size or what the alterations would be for that, because it feels like, minus the fact like from here it looks great, like this would be a little bit tighter in the back. There is quite a gap in here, and that would be something that could be kind of annoying or just a little bit gimmicky. It means that this feels like it falls out really largely, but I honestly don't know that I mind it so much. It might be a big deal. It might not be. It might be better if it was tighter. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think it'll be fine to kind of shoot it and I can tuck it or tape it or kind of maneuver it that way. It may not be as big of a deal as I'm thinking. We'll keep that in mind for whether or not I want to exchange the size, but I have to say I just love this dress. I think it's fantastic. This is a 9 out of 10. It just needs a little bit of tweaking to make sure it feels like it works for me. I don't mind this so much, but maybe I'm overthinking it. I'll watch this footage back and maybe it'll change my mind. It's the original idea, but it's not gonna be what actually goes with it. And the skirt is from Target, and I have to say, I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. I think this might be something that I would want to pair with a sweater and make it more wintery, and this is like a completely different option than what I'm thinking right now. But nothing about this combo is really singing to me at the moment. I don't know. There's something about it that just feels like everything's flattened, nothing's really shaping the way that I want it to. Having one of those evenings where it's just not the vibe. So this is an immediate yes. Like these earrings, this jewelry, this like this whole setup. I actually think I would like to have my hair up for this, so this might be what we shoot in the afternoon tomorrow. Let me drop the camera so you guys get a better angle at the bottom. So it's coming to about mid-calf on me, well, almost like past mid-calf, which is a nice length. It's not too see-through. I thought it'd be more see-through based on what we were kind of seeing earlier, but because of the cover up right here, it's nice. So if you wanted to wear a strapless bra and have more support, it wouldn't be too much, and then you actually wouldn't have too much of the bra lines because this is kind of coming towards the back, and it comes in a bunch of different colors. I just really like this. I feel like this is a nice little Amazon find I'm quite happy with, and it really just gives the simplicity that I like. Mixed feelings about this dress. Mine is the fact that it is not fully zipped up in the back. The number one being it feels cheap. Like, I know that this particular dress, I believe this is a very like Amazon-y dupe for the Odd Muse dress, which I would rather buy the Odd Muse dress, but we'll get to that. The material is really stretchy, which is great if you're somebody who finds sizing and needing a little bit more flexibility as an option. I'm not sure how I feel about how long these are. I think that it would not make it for the most practical experience. This is too long for my body specifically. I think I would definitely need some kind of other bra situation. I do like that at least with the stretch, this feels like something that is not going to give a lot of movement, but with this material, it's still giving that movement, so it's there. But I honestly think maybe a good steam would help. Maybe zipping it all the way up would be a different experience. Having the right bra on, because I've just got like something kind of casual on, shortening it. But as far as the material goes, that's my one thing, is I think it would look fine from far away, but when I'm like wearing and feeling the material, it doesn't feel like the highest quality. So this is a good option, but I don't feel like it's something that's going to be a long-term piece that you're going to really enjoy, at least in this specific material. If it was like a higher quality material, that might be different.